everyone, this is Anshika and today I am going to tell you the rights of an advocate. As we all are the budding lawyers, so first we need to know our rights and duties before fighting for the rights of others. As future of the country depends upon the maintenance of shrine of justice, pure and ruled by the advocates, it becomes a duty to maintain this honor, and this can only be achieved if advocates know what are their powers. It is esteemed that every person has rights and duties to be designated. Right means legal, social, or ethical principles of freedom or entitlement. That is, rights are the fundamental normative rules about what is allowed of people or owed to people according to some legal system, social convention, or ethical theory. Provisions for rights of advocates are provided under various legislations such as Advocates Act 1961, Constitution of India 1949, and Legal Practitioners Act 1879. So, without wasting much time, I would like to tell you the rights of an advocate. First, the right to practice, which is given under Section 30 of Advocates Act, which means an exclusive right given to advocates to practice law before courts and tribunals. It is a special protection. Second, there is an exclusive and monopoly right on the enrolled advocate or pleader to plead and practice in a court of law, which is given under Section 33 of the Advocates Act. Next, the right of pre-audience. It means that an advocate can represent or present his client in the court of law till he or she wants to speak in front of the audience and cannot be stopped until he disturbs the decorum of the court. This right is proved under Section 23 of Advocates Act. Also, advocate has the power to remove their name from roll at request to the Bar Council, provided under Section 26A of the Advocates Act. Advocates also has a right to plead. This right is provided to advocates to prove his or her innocence against false disqualifications charged upon them. Article 19(1)(g) provides the right of individuals to practice their own choice, which is a fundamental right. As per Section 55 of the Legal Practitioner Act 1879, which saves the right of certain legal practitioners such as pleaders, vakils, attorneys, muktars, and revenue agents, who shall continue to enjoy the same right to practice. Also, Article 177 provides with the rights of the Advocate General to a speaker otherwise take in part in the proceedings of the state legislature of any committee of the legislature of which he may be a member of. He also has a right of welfare fund. As per Section 15 of the Andhra Pradesh Advocates Welfare Fund Act 1987, every advocate practicing in any court in the state become a member for the welfare fund. Advocate also has a right of fee. As per Rule 11 of Chapter 2nd of Part 6 of Bar Council of India rules, he has the right for a fee consistent with his standing at the bar. He also has a right to enter the court. An advocate has a right to sit in the seats provided for advocates whether he is having a case or not and observe the proceedings. He also has a right to enter into compromise on behalf of the parties. Even the advocate has right to inspect the documents concerning the case of his clients. Also, he has a right to take copies of the public documents. Advocate can also be appointed as a commissioner and oath commissioner. He can also have a right to keep secret of the professional communications. He can even claim for right of lien. He can also be appointed as a notary in case of attestation of documents and affidavit. He can be appointed as a receiver to protect the disputed property. Also, there are some privileges provided to advocates. They are: number 1, privilege of exemption from arrest. An advocate, while going to the court or during the proceedings before a court and while returning from the court, is exempted from civil cases, civil arrest. However, this does not mean that arrest for contempt of court or arrest for criminal offences doesn't apply. Wakalatnama in favor of advocate. When the client signs wakalatnama in favor of an advocate, such advocate gets exclusive privilege to represent his client in that particular matter. No other advocate can appear in that case without his consent for the reason of express prohibition. An advocate also has the liability of negligence. No action can be taken against the advocate if he does any negligence. Also, an advocate can review parliamentary bills for remuneration. These were all the rights as provided to the advocates so that individuals who are the protectors of the law of the country are not deprived of their rights. Also, with the rights, duties are also given to the law practitioners. Jai Hind.